What's up, everybody? It's Outside the Ropes here. My post-fight thoughts for Shane Mosley versus Manny Pacquiao last night. The shittiest fucking thing that I've ever seen in my goddamn life. The biggest fucking waste of time ever. Uh, oh my god, man. This is now the second fight in a row for Shane Mosley that's been painful to watch, and it's just been a waste of time. And this is why everybody who came out and said that this fight was a joke from the very beginning, this is why we were saying this. You know, this fight was a joke from the very fucking beginning. This was a fight that they knew that they can win, and why shouldn't they win when he looked like shit the last two times he was out there? I was supporting Shane Mosley in the fight. I was hoping that he would win because I've been a fan of Shane Mosley for many years before Pacquiao even came into the game, so I don't really switch and shit like that, but he put on the shittiest performance, man, and I gotta tell you this, man. This has been the worst fucking fight that I've seen Manny Pacquiao in as well. Uh, Much credit goes to him for getting the win. I don't know why a lot of people are acting surprised. I mean, at one point, Shane Mosley was a 10-1 underdog coming into the fight, so I'm quite sure we all had an idea that this was going to happen anyway. But much credit to him for getting the win, and he did provide us with the one exciting moment in this long, dry-ass, boring fight when he knocked Shane Mosley down in the third round. And, much credit goes to him for that. A lot of people are saying shit like, oh, well, Manny Pacquiao knocked the heart out of out of Shane Mosley. That's why he didn't throw any punches the whole fight. I don't agree with that. Shane Mosley fought exactly the same as he did in the 12th round as he did in the first one. So I don't think that the knockdown really had too much effect on him. I know he was hurt at that time, but he pretty much recovered, and he fought exactly the same way that he fought from the first round all the way to the 12th round. He just took his half a step back. He used the jab that I said that he needed to use, but he didn't use it to set anything else up with it. Uh, I thought it was very strange that he didn't try to throw any powerful haymakers like we've seen him do before. The tapping of the gloves all night was disgusting to me. I understand sportsmanship is very important, and I respect sportsmanship, especially after a matchup where you guys give each other props and things like that. That's something that I've always respected. I don't respect motherfuckers talking shit to each other too much after a fight. But during the fight, man, I don't want to see you guys holding hands and skipping off all around in the ring and shit, man. I don't want to see that shit, man. I want to see you guys be serious and wanting to hurt one another, man. That's what this whole thing is about, you know? And I never want to see anybody get hurt, like, bad to the point where it's going to fuck them up outside of the matchup. But, man, when I'm watching a matchup, man, I want to see some blood, man. I want to see somebody get snored, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man, but that shit disgusts me, man. That tapping the gloves all night. You know, some people have said that this fight may have even been fixed, which is an argument that I'm not going to rule out completely. I don't think it was fixed because there was times where it looks like Manny Pacquiao was really trying to take Shane Mosley's head off, especially after Shane Mosley threw him down that one time. But I don't know, man. I always had suspicions that the fight could be fixed, and I've talked to people before about this on Facebook or wherever we was chatting before. I mentioned that one of my fears about this whole thing was that it was going to be a fix and a waste of money and shit. But that's not what I'm saying happened. I think more than likely it wasn't a fix. But Shane Mosley looked like he had no intentions of winning the fight. He looked like he just wanted to go in and get his payday and go on vacation. You heard him talking about vacation in the press conference and shit. So who knows, man? Maybe he got some extra money thrown at him. Who knows? That's not what I'm saying. So for those of you who want to click the dislike button, or if you hadn't already do it, go ahead and do it and go on about your business, because I keep it real on this channel. And I want to say that Shane Mosley needs to hang it up, man. The name Shitty Shane Mosley fits him perfectly right now. He's had a great career. He might as well go ahead and hang it up because he fucked up his career at the end already. He did the same shit that we've seen boxers do before. Look at Roy Jones. He stuck around too long and fucked his shit up all the way, man. So I think it's time for him to get the fuck out of Dodge and shit. But as far as Manny Pacquiao, I think he might fight Marquez next. I think that might be a good opponent for him. That's a match that I don't have any problem with because I think that Marquez does deserve the rubber match. I think he's done enough to prove his case over the course of 2 matches, and he's been winning. He only had the one loss to Mayweather. He continues to win, so in my opinion, he should have got that fight last night over Shane Mosley. But I'm happy my boy got his money, but that shit that he did disgusted me, man. It really did. Manny Pacquiao didn't look so great either. He made a lot of mistakes that Shane didn't capitalize on. He looked kind of wild and clumsy at times. Speaking of Manny Pacquiao, he chased Mosley around, and some people say, "Oh, well, Mosley, he ran the entire fight," but he was taking a half a step back and he was throwing his jab, and that's all he was doing. He wasn't necessarily running. He was circling the ring and trying to keep a decent range, which I said that he needed to do to win the fight. But the whole point of all of the range and using your jab is to set up for something else, and that's what he didn't do. Now, Pacquiao, he looked wild and clumsy, and he missed a lot of shots, okay? And people are saying that he's running. Shane ran, but let's look at Cotto versus Yuri Foreman for a second, okay? Now, Cotto could have used the excuse and not tried to cut the ring off and get to his opponent and said that, well, he just ran the whole fight. But no, he didn't do that. He cut the ring off, he got to his man, and he was able to get his shots off. That's what Manny Pacquiao is going to have to learn how to do, because if he fights anything like that, and I've seen him a couple of times get frustrated with opponents that don't want to engage him and stand in front of him or come to him. He gets frustrated. I've seen it before. Go and watch the Cotto fight. There are times, even in the Marquez fight, where you can see the frustration in him when a guy is trying to counterpunch and not engage and you know, give him different looks and shit. You know, Mayweather is not going to stand in front of Manny Pacquiao. He's not going to do that. That's for one. We know that he's going to be moving around the ring. He's going to use every inch of that fucking ring. And Manny Pacquiao is going to have to cut Floyd Mayweather off, because if he fights anything like he did against Shane Mosley last night, and like I say, all credit goes to the win, but if he fights anything like that against Mayweather, he is not going to have an easy night, man. Because Mayweather will not only take that half a step back, but he will shoot his right hand right down the middle while you're throwing them wild shots that aren't landing. So that's how I feel about the fight, man. Total waste of time. This fight will be the boring fight of the year. You'd have to be a complete idiot to put on a performance any worse than that for any of the other matches that we have to come in this year. But you guys leave me your thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought about the fight. I'm out. Peace.